Hello. This isn't my first take. I've been trying to record this whole time, but nothing felt close to what I wanted to, you know, what I wanted the videos to feel like. But I don't know. This might be my last attempt for tonight. But hello. I just wanted to share some lessons again that I learned, the biggest lessons that I learned this year. And also a past experience that I had, which I might explain more in a YouTube video. But yeah, basically, I was bullied as a kid as early as I can remember, and I was taught to suppress my emotions before, and that feeling things deeply and having big emotions was actually viewed as weak, and that people or the world takes advantage of people who are viewed as weak and sensitive. I've come to learn that that is the wrong mindset, that it's actually a privilege. Not really wrong mindset, but outdated mindset. And it's actually a privilege to feel this deeply, because not only do you feel the negative experiences heavily, but also the good experience just as much. The good experiences just as much. And you also have more capacity to understand, to show empathy, and to connect with people in general. But yeah, being bullied for so long and not knowing how to regulate myself, at some point even ignoring, actually led to me being, trigger warning, I'm gonna add a trigger warning, to me being diagnosed as clinically depressed. Upon ignoring, little did I know, I was already bottling up my emotions, and yeah, delaying actually healing. Even to the point that when I was already diagnosed by a doctor, by a professional, I was still rejecting the idea that I was actually depressed, or actually was wounded. Because that was during the pandemic that I got diagnosed. And before that, I was actually doing well. I thought I was doing well, but yeah, again. Then I started accepting. That was in my second year of dentistry, that I started accepting that I actually do have these wounds, these trauma, that I shouldn't invalidate my experiences before and the state that I am in right now. The experiences that I had before that led to the state that I am right now. But that it's actually my responsibility to heal. So I was aware. I already accepted that self. Now the next step was healing. And obviously, after years of trauma, you won't be able to heal it overnight. So I had to keep moving forward, trying to learn how to heal it. And I met some people, a lot of people, that I really thought were gonna be, I made connections that I thought were gonna be lifetime connections. I had to walk away from some walked away from me. But that's just life. But from these connections that ended, I learned that everything is temporary. Anything and everything can change in a second, and that you have to learn to stay detached. That you don't have to define yourself from these past experiences, especially if you know that you were genuine. That just because your truth doesn't resonate with them doesn't mean that either of you is wrong. A lot of truths, both truths, can exist at the same time, but you don't have to bend yourself so much so that you lose your identity just to try and keep these people in your life. even if these are people that you really genuinely care about, you have to learn how to let go, especially when they walk away from you, or when you lose things. You have to learn to let go, and to believe that something better is out there, whether it's a better version of what you lost, better version of the person that you lost, or something entirely different. You have to remember to stay detached, and that we were put in this life to experience stuff, and that you shouldn't let your past define you. Heal from it. And you won't be able to heal from it if you don't open yourself up to new experiences and to new people. If you close yourself off to these new experiences and to people in general, you won't be able to get the resources that you need in order to heal yourself, and you won't be able to meet the people who are actually for you. The people meant to stay in your life, and you won't be able to grow and heal. Again, going back to staying detached and everything. But yeah. And that you just have to keep moving forward no matter what. No matter what happens, no matter how difficult, no matter how blurry the end feels, no matter how dark everything feels around you, you just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other. Or even if you're crawling, one hand in front of the other. And just keep moving forward, because if, as corny as it sounds, if you're not happy, it's not the end. And that all the losses, all the disappointments are actually just redirections and lessons that you need to learn in order for you to meet or become the version that you were always meant to be, and to live the life that you were always meant to live. And that losses, again, could just be temporary also. That no's could be protections, or could be just not yet. What if maybe at that time it was just supposed to serve a lesson, and then later on you meet each other again? Okay. I'm giving myself off here, but eventually you meet each other again, and you meet each other's better versions, and then maybe from there it's already meant to last for a lifetime. But no one knows. No one knows. Could also be applied to taekwondo. Maybe because of the pandemic, or maybe I wasn't aligned with taekwondo anymore, but maybe later on I could try coaching again. I could reconnect with taekwondo, reconcile with taekwondo in a way, or with all of my other past dreams, all of the other people before. Maybe we don't know. We basically don't know. Anything and everything can happen overnight, tomorrow, today, later, in a few years. We don't know. We just really got to stay detached and keep moving forward, keep living our life as we should. But also to keep healing again. But if you know that you've healed, to enjoy, also to learn to enjoy the blessings. To not question when you finally feel good, and to fully experience the blessings, but to not take them for granted, and to also remember that eventually you also have to learn to heal again. So yeah, a balance of everything. That's about it. I've been yapping for too long now, and I'm starting to not make any sense, but I do hope that you guys that whoever's watching this got something out of this yap session that I have here now. But yeah, I think this is the final version, and I'll upload both in YouTube and in IG in its rawest form. Yeah. I guess I'll see y'all in the next one. have a great day on purpose or evening. And